Yeah, I believe he actually walks around with a bottle of rum as well. And he is in full character.
What be they doing the dancing, or is that?
I guess I kind of hope so.
You'll probably see flossing at
Comic Con.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic time of it. Enjoying life, that's the main thing. Now, if you know anything about me, I enjoy comics. I've read the X-Men for a lot of years. I like comics, I like comic culture, I like movies. So I was so excited when I had the opportunity to go and learn a little bit more about Dorset Comic Con. I had the interview with Scott, and he was going to tell me a little bit more about what Dorset Comic Con is and what's it all about. Let's get into it. Well, I am joined by Scott. He is going to be talking to me today a little bit about Dorset Comic Con. I'm actually in Scott's shop right now. This is Boss Miniatures and Gaming, right?
That's right, yeah. Hi everyone, my name's Scott. I'm the owner of Boss Miniatures and Gaming. It's the friendly local gaming store for Weymouth and the surrounding area. So the kind of things you'd expect from Boss Miniatures and Gaming is all your board games, card games, war games, so miniatures, paints, tools, for all those kind of real hands-on tabletop gaming experiences.
And I didn't even realise you were in Weymouth. So have you been here quite a while, or is this sort of quite a new venture?
Yeah, I opened up in November 2017, so about 14 months into the shop now, which is it's really flourished as well. The community that's grown up around the shop it's been really unexpected. It's been unexpected. It's very, very, very strong. So it's really good. Just so you guys know, we're located on Great George Street in Weymouth. So that's between the library and Finn's, and behind Weatherspoons and Toymaster. That's how you'll kind of locate where we are.
I'm quite surprised actually, because I'm here on a Saturday morning and it's already really, really busy. There's people playing games, and they've got all the sort of war games out, and then they've got obviously the board games and lots of people kind of interacting. It's a really, really nice atmosphere.
Yeah, that's the nicest thing about this kind of shop, is that it's the community that it builds around it, and genuine friendships that not just between me and customers, but between customers as well. So yeah, it's really inspirational. So we have regular meetups for games like Dungeons and Dragons, board gaming, Warhammer, as well as monthly board game sessions as well. So yeah, it's a very, very active community.
Keeps you very busy.
It does. We're open from 10 in the morning till 10 in the evening during the week, and then a little bit shorter at the weekend, so normally 10 till about 5:30 on a Saturday and Sunday.
Fantastic. And what areas are you really into? Because what sort of got you into the whole kind of gaming and things like that?
I car boot sale when I was kind of a young teenager. I picked up a copy of a game called Hero Quest. I was just captivated by the little furniture that it had that went with the board game, and I've really been hooked since then.
Really?
I found myself working in banking and stuff, and after over a decade I thought, what am I doing? I don't enjoy this. What should I do? I'll quit my job and open a shop. It seemed a bit crazy at the time, but a mixture of working full-time elsewhere and opening a shop 3 days a week over the weekend to get it off the ground has kind of paid dividends, and I've been working the shop full-time now since last July. So.
Oh wow! It's nice that you've been able to build something around something you're passionate about as well. It means that you're really happy to kind of just invest the time, and it's not really like work almost for you.
You're 100% right. I think nobody would work the kind of hours that I'm working at the moment if you didn't love doing it, because you just wouldn't be able to work those kind of hours. But half the time you're playing games whilst you're working, for example, or painting models, or those things you enjoy doing. So
it works in both levels.
It does.
So we're here to talk a little bit today about Dorset Comic Con, because that's coming up very, very soon.
Yeah, so it's just over a week away. It's on the 24th of March up at Redlands, so just up above where Morrison's is within Weymouth.
And so Dorset Comic Con, can you tell us a little bit about what it's all about? Because I know that it focuses on so many different areas of sort of different genres and cultures that maybe sort of, I don't know if you would call it geek culture or nerd culture.
I think it
things
can
like
get
that.
tagged with all those kind of things, to be quite honest. So the Dorset Gaming and Comic Con, It's set up by a group called Moose Entertainment, and they what they've done is they've brought together the kind of Comic Cons that you might have heard about in London, and these really big ones, and kind of tabletop gaming and video gaming conventions, and brought them together on a small, more localized scale.
Okay.
So the first one I attended of theirs was actually as a trader up in Taunton, and I was actually blown away with how much effort they put into encouraging the traders there, and the kind of experiences like backdrops, for example, so photo opportunities or props from different films, cosplay, so people who absolutely love to dress as their favourite film or TV characters and attend these conferences. Some of the effort these people put in is absolutely mind-blowing.
Really?
You see kids attend the Comic Con, and they'll look at somebody dressed as a Transformer that's kind of 8 foot tall, and you see the look in the kids' eyes. It's incredible, and I guess the people who are attending and dressing in their cosplay outfits must see that and just get such a buzz from it.
Yeah, I think cosplay is really, really interesting, because obviously as a kid you would dress up and I'd wear my Power Ranger costume or something, and then when you get older you almost think you kind of grow out of it.
Yeah.
And then I think the fascinating thing with cosplay is it's kind of made it okay to do it again. You don't have to feel like you're out of place. It's
the thing is, there's no real expectation you have to do it.
No.
But those that do it, I think the appreciation that they're there and they're wandering around and adding to the vibe of the whole event, really that adds that extra kind of level to it.
And people really get into it as well. Some people go really big on cosplay.
Yeah, there'll be some fantastic outfits there, honestly. I mean, I've seen a few of them at some of the shows I've been to around the Southwest, and I actually look forward to seeing them again.
Really?
And sometimes seeing the improvements they've made to their costumes as well. Because it's an ongoing thing. It's not like this is my finished article. They'll often kind of improve it and or come up with something totally different.
Oh wow, that's nice. You can see like the improvement of a costume and see how they just constantly add to it and kind of refine it, I suppose, over time. And anybody can do it. It's not like it's restricted to any, or do you have to pay extra to do cosplay? Or
no, there's a competition, but I'm going to be working at this one, so it wouldn't be too good for me to be in a costume as such. But I've got a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old son, and they're both coming in fancy dress or cosplay. So I'm not sure what they're going to be yet. We'll let them decide on the day. They got a few outfits they can pick from. So
I can imagine there'll be a few Captain Marvels maybe running around. Yeah. That's the big thing right now. So, what types of things do people dress up as in cosplay? Is there specific things that people are really into, or? It's
so varied. I mean, some of my favourite ones. I mentioned the Transformers that I've seen at the shows before. They're fantastic, but probably my favourite is there's a couple that go as Belle and the Beast from Beauty and the Beast.
Oh right, so they're like a couple, they do couple costumes.
You get groups going around together. You get people dressed as, for example, Guardians of the Galaxy, and there'll be a group of 4 or 5 people together. All they've all planned it out. It's a really great experience.
That's amazing. I kind of want to see these group costumes now. That would be awesome. Yeah. And have you ever dressed up yourself? Have you ever done it?
Not at a show, simply because I've been working, and it's a little inconvenient to kind of turn up and have to set up a whole pitch and then serve and then pack it down at the end of the day. But I've had photos taken with people in their cosplay and stuff like that before. Yeah.
And they also have all the props as well and everything, don't they?
Absolutely, yeah. And not just the general public turning up in their cosplay. There are people who are absolute dead ringers. For example, Rick Grimes and Captain Jack Sparrow.
Really, you get a lot of.
Yeah, I believe he actually walks around with a bottle of rum as well. And he is in full character.
He managed to get away with it. That's it. So cosplay's one area of it. Then you've got the gaming side.
Yeah. So there's going to be, for example, a big bank of retro gaming consoles.
Oh wow!
I believe there's a Fortnite competition.
Of course, yeah. Fortnite's
so a battle
very
royale.
Big right now.
Absolutely.
What be they doing the dancing, or is that?
I guess I kind of hope so.
You'll probably see flossing at
at the Comic Con. And then there's going to be there's a VR headset station as well, so you can experience some virtual reality gaming as well. Aside from that, even outside, there's people bring their cars. So I've seen Lightning McQueen as an actual car, as well as various cars from different TV shows are regularly there.
Really? What, just like parked outside?
Yeah, so you can have photos taken with them, for example.
Oh my word. I kind of want to meet Lightning McQueen now. That would be awesome.
My boys definitely will.
So retro gaming, do they have all the different types of consoles then, from like your Mega Drives all the way up to today, or?
It's generally, from what I've seen before, it's more retro gaming, so things like Mega Drives and Nintendo NES and sort of stuff, rather than the more up-to-date consoles.
Okay.
But arcade machines as well. So there's one trader I think that sells kind of cut-down versions of an arcade machine, but everything will be there with joysticks and buttons, but just not a full cabinet with it. So yeah, there's so much to see and do. This Weymouth last year, and I believe they're here again this year. There's also an animal handler who brings in things like owls and birds of prey and all sorts.
Really?
You could have an owl photo taken with an owl that looks like Hedwig from Harry Potter, for example.
You could relive your Harry Potter fantasies with a Hedwig. Yeah,
they also have kind of props and stands and backdrops, so you can have photos taken in front of them as well for various TV and film shows.
Oh right, okay, wow. So there's so much to kind of see and do. How long has this been here? How many years have they done it in Dorset or Weymouth?
In Weymouth, this is actually only the second year,
really?
But they're very experienced. They run them in Bristol, Taunton. I know there's one in Truro. There must be one in Devon. I thought something like Torquay, I think, off the top of my head. So yeah, they're very experienced in running Comic Cons across the southwest.
Yeah.
But this in Weymouth is only the second year of it. But last year was busier than we thought it was going to be, and this year is already shaping up to exceed last year. And there's more traders, more things to see, more things to do this year.
So it's just getting bigger at the moment.
Absolutely.
So who are some of the people that they can see and meet during the Comic Con?
So just a few of the guys are going to be there. You've got Clem So. He has been in lots of big Hollywood films, such as things like some of the Star Wars films, so Solo. He's in The Crimes of Grindelwald, Jurassic World. He's been in Doctor Who and Guardians of the Galaxy. There is Andy Beckwith. He has been in Pirates of the Caribbean and played one of the characters in Game of Thrones. And you've got Mark Dexter. He was in Ripper Street and Red Dwarf, as well as Doctor Who as well. So that's just a few, but to get a more inclusive list, you can visit the Dorset Comic Con Facebook page, which lists all the actors who are going to be there, and they'll be signing autographs and pictures and things like that as well.
Yeah, and it's great to hear they've been in so many different movies or TV shows, and so you can kind of meet them and talk to them. Things from Star Wars, to Doctor Who, to even some of the Marvel films and things like that. So it's like a whole collection of people. So where can they find that info? On the Facebook page?
Yeah, so I visit the Dorset Comic Con and Gaming Festival Facebook page, and that should have lists of all the kind of the actors that are going to be there, but as well as that, a lot of the activities you can also get involved in at the Weymouth Comic Con.
And that's just called Weymouth Gaming and Comic Con.
Dorset Gaming Comic Con and Gaming Festival.
Dorset Comic Con and Gaming Festival. Search it on Facebook and you'll find it right there. That's it.
Yeah.
So I was intrigued because when I've been looking at sort of the website and stuff, there's a lot of it obviously talks about comic books and Marvel and that side of it, and then it references Disney. I didn't realise Disney was quite as big as that to kind of be a part of the Comic Con. So what's the kind of connection with Disney? I didn't realise it was people obviously really like Disney.
It's mainly on the side of people coming in cosplay. I mean, characters are so iconic. Just thinking back to the last one I went to in Taunton, there was a girl dressed as Ariel, for example, from The Little Mermaid. So you get a lot of cosplay and a lot of traders selling lots of different types of memorabilia and just generic branded stuffs.
Yeah.
So, it might be plates or scarves or socks or, from all your favourite kind of films and things. Stuff you think, wow, I didn't realise Disney would put their mark on that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be surprised, but you will be.
I think that's quite nice because then there's so many. You're probably into at least one of the things that are going to be there, whether it's Marvel movies, Disney, Star Wars, Doctor Who, Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, the list goes on, and so there's so many things for people to experience, and they don't have to like everything. It's really like finding those things that you're really, really interested in, and just finding those like little quirky things, like you said, merchandise. Having pictures done, like you showed me a picture of platform 9 3/4.
Yeah,
I would love that. Like going there and actually feeling like I'm at platform 9 3/4, just like Harry Potter, and doing it. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. I think this kind of experience will only come around Weymouth once a year, so I can only suggest people just get go and attend and see what it's all about, and I'm sure you'll have a great time.
Yeah, and there's no age restrictions. The nice thing is like it caters the whole family.
Yeah. So tickets are available. So under 5s go free.
Okay.
On the door, the children between 5 and 14 are £5, and children 14 and overs are £8.
Okay. So that's on the door on the day, is it?
It is, yeah.
Can they purchase tickets before then?
Yeah, so tickets are available either on the website. You can find the details of that on the Facebook page for the Dorset Comic Con. They're also available in my shop, so in Boston Witches and Gaming, and they're available for £1 cheaper. So children are £4 and adult tickets are £7.
Oh, fantastic! So you can sort of get all prepped, get all ready, and totally do it on the day.
Absolutely, you can.
Definitely. I might have to think about a costume to wear and everything, just kind of get into it. So another area is the gaming side of it. We talked a bit about the video games. You've obviously got the actual sort of board games and things like that. So they're going to be playing that on the day?
They are. So there's a couple of groups locally. So up on Portland, there's a group called Board to Board Gaming. Again, they've got their own Facebook page, but they meet regularly to play tabletop games up on the Rock. They're going to be there demonstrating some board games for people. I've got my Dungeons & Dragons group called the Kraken Shell. They're going to be introducing people to role-playing in the local area. And I'm sure there'll be more besides that, but off the top of my head, that's the two that I know of. Okay,
and do you need any experience to go and have a go?
No, not at all. You just have to have a little bit of interest in finding out a bit more, and I'm sure the passion that's going to be shown from the people demonstrating these games will rub off, and they'll let you know how you can get more involved in this kind of community if that's what's of interest to you.
That's really nice because people like me who've never played Dungeons and Dragons or anything like that, you can go along. There's no kind of you don't have to know what you're doing, and you can go and just have a taster of the experience right there. Yeah.
It's all just about playing a role. So that's what role playing is all about. It's a bit of escapism and putting yourself in someone else's shoes and making decisions that you wouldn't necessarily make yourself, but you're making them as a character. So
yeah. Oh, fab. So it just amazes me that there's so much to do, and it's you can pick and choose what you like to get into, and just kind of have a whole experience of a day. When's it on till? When's it start?
So it runs from 10 in the morning, and it'll run through to late afternoon, so 4 or 5ish.
Okay. And does that also include your mangas and your animes as well? Is that all there, or is that?
Yeah, there will 100% be people in cosplay from various comic book genres, and there'll also be traders, I'm sure, selling kind of all sorts of merchandise that would appeal to people interested in manga.
So it's all sorts, so much. Well, thank you so much for talking to me today and talking to me a little bit about Comic Con. It sounds amazing.
Thank you, Kaylee. Thank you for coming in and talking to us about it.
No problem. So just remind everybody again, when's it happening?
So it happens on Sunday, the 24th of March at Redlands, at the top end of Weymouth, just beyond where Morrison's is. Doors open at 10 o'clock, run through to late afternoon, and tickets are available either in the shop ahead of the event, or they're available on the door, and they're also available online.
And if you want to find out any information, you can look on their Facebook page.
Yep, so Dorset Comic Con and Gaming Festival, and you'll find all the information you'll need to know about the event there.
And yeah, hopefully get into it. Have a great time.
Yeah.
And you'll be there as well?
I will be, yep. I'll be there with my family, having a great time.
Awesome. Great. Well, I wish it all the best and hope it all goes well.
Thank you, Kaylee.
Well, big thank you to Scott for letting me come in and talk to him a little bit more about Dorset Comic Con. I am so excited to go and see what it's all about, especially because there's so many things you can get involved in, from the cosplay to the photo booths. I really fancy the idea of getting a photo at that platform 9 3/4. If that is there, I'm doing it. From the retro gaming, I might even learn some D&D from the gaming areas and look at the board games. So much to get involved with. So thank you, Scott, for talking to me and just like enlightening my mind. It's been great. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you are heading off to a Comic-Con anytime soon, let me know what your favourite part is. Give me some tips. What can I look forward to? How can I maximise the experience? And I'll see you next time.